I'm sorry. I'm just touching her. She's had the most beautiful manicure all week, and it's a shame that people don't know. You are my mob wife.
Where's my nail cam?
Read teleprompter.
Easter is Sunday, and if you celebrate, you probably have fond memories of getting a chocolate bunny as a kid and as an adult.
That's
Thank you,
right.
Mom.
That's right. That's why our next guest is highlighting some of the oldest and most beloved chocolate spots in New York City. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fans of all ages, John Friia, the content creator behind Here in New York, the third member of New York Living. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for having me again. The Easter Bunny has arrived to the studio.
Where's your bunny suit?
I didn't want to scan Dan. So I left it on the street, okay?
There you go.
Well, you brought a few
This
things.
is a spread.
Listen,
Sandal spreads.
I am impressed myself. This was...
As well you should.
So, let's talk
beginning?
about
Yes.
the oldest the oldest chocolate shop in New York is actually Lilac, right over here. They've been around for more than a century. They opened up in 1923.
Let's switch places.
All
Go
started
there.
by Greek immigrant George Demetrius, and he really actually took his knowledge from French chocolate making when he came to New York, opened up a store in Greenwich Village on Christopher Street.
Oh.
When he died in 1972, he passed the business over to a loyal employee of 25 years, and throughout the years, they've kind of changed ownerships, but they've really still continued that high tradition of chocolate making, and they have multiple locations in the
Everywhere,
city,
yeah.
Chelsea Market, and they
Wow.
make their chocolate in Industry City.
Do
that
they
I
now?
did not
Yes.
know.
Right in the BK.
Yes.
Okay.
Next up,
City.
another old one is Iger Chocolate.
I know this one.
Forest Hills on Metropolitan Avenue. They opened up in 1930, originally known as Krause's Candy Kitchen. That was opened by Alfred Krause, who was a he was there
An
for
important fella.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Then in
Long-standing.
1960, Catherine and John Iger come in from Austria. They actually bought the place, changed the name to Iger's, was family owned for generations. In 2015, the current owners took over, and everything is still hand decorated like that.
No way.
It is incredible to see. So all these bunnies.
So this business
takes
right here.
hours
this
to make.
guy, this
Handcrafted.
guy. And I
Handcrafted.
love the little
The
chocolate
basket.
eggs.
And what's great is that they actually use the same recipes as the Igers did when they first opened up.
Stop
so
it.
What
if you
kind of
love them when they
tools do you
first
use?
opened, you're still going to
You're
love
still
them.
loving the same thing. Next
Great.
up, what do we have?
Next is Meisel's on 55th
yeah.
Street in Midtown.
So
This
good.
is another one of the old ones. It was opened by Camilla Meisel and her mom, Lucy, in 1990, and they are known for their bark. So that is actually their pecan bark. They do a hazelnut one.
Get
That is
after
my
it, Marisol.
favorite. Yes, have that.
Get after that.
I want your nails to touch it so everyone could see your manicure.
They also have more than 100 types of licorice, which is that plate right behind you.
I am about ate a half a pound of licorice, by the way. That's delicious, too.
And they also do marzipan. So those are like their little Easter marzipan animals. You got a bunny, chicken, lamb, and you got a little Easter egg as well.
Look at that.
Yes, I know, right?
Last but not least, not
So,
the oldest.
Not the oldest, but of course, one of the iconic ones in New York, Jacques
know me well.
Torres. So he actually came to New York in the 1980s, and he was the executive pastry chef of a little-known restaurant called Le Cirque.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it,
Never
right?
heard of it.
Okay.
So he ended up opening up his first location in Dumbo in 2000, and they still make chocolate there. They have a spot in Grand Central as well, which is what you see right now. They make thousands of pounds of chocolate every day. It is insane, and they are making around 4 tons of chocolate bunnies this year.
Oh,
I'm
4
sorry, how many-
tons?
how many?
4 tons, they said.
Is that like a couple of elephants worth?
Tons.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot of
Just-
chocolate.
I'm sorry.
Just
What
a
is,
few.
what are the chicken?
So these are marzipan.
Oh wow.
Yes.
And John and Marisol, how do you pronounce these things with the rainbows?
Non-Pariel, what is it?
I can't say that, but
It's
is that
nonpareil.
are these caramel or caramel eggs?
I think there's a second A in caramel.
I say caramel.
I say
Salted caramel.
caramel.
It's
Caramel.
3 syllables.
So we're all wrong.
Caramel?
Just- you know what?
I want a caramel egg.
We're just gonna like take one.
Doesn't matter what you want to call it. It is delicious. Run us down one more time. We started with
Lilac.
lilac. Oh,
As I'm eating.
as you eat, your mother's like, you got to talk with food in your mouth.
all right.
Lilac.
Then we got Igers,
Tigers,
Meisel, and Jacques Torres.
unbelievable. Okay. Have you made your Easter baskets yet?
No, I didn't, and I have a couple of nieces and nephews that I have to do something
Oh,
with.
you have to fight this one because she's trying to take this whole spread.
Listen, I have to work all weekend, so this Easter's going to be sponsored by someone over here. Thank you so much.
Of course, glad to.
It is always a pleasure,
glad to be back.
especially on opening day.
You know, sports is not my forte. I'm not gonna say. so.
Well, at least you've been to City Field.
She was supposed to go yesterday.
Thank you.
Mother Nature just doesn't want her to go.
No, but she's like, you're a Yankee fan, woman. Remember your roots.
Don't
You gotta
start
go for the
protecting
food.
her.
That's
may
all.
not win, but
I
you
want
gotta
to
go
go
for
for
the
Money
food.
Saw and the
While
food.
these two are
That's all I care
arguing,
about.
follow Here in New York on TikTok at Here in NYC or on the gram at Here_in_NY. It's a fantastic follow.
One of my favorites of all time, and I'm
so
not just saying that. Exactly.
From the stuff
He's a
that you
historian, but he makes history palatable.
He makes history 100% palatable.
Okay?
like that.
You can quote me in your bio.
I'm going to do that on my little tagline.
Thank
Can you
you.
give us a
Thank
little
you.
tease of what you're going to uncover next here in New York?
Oof, there's just so much to uncover. I
Okay.
have no clue.
We'll follow you for it, okay?
Well, he and I are threatening to do a little Bronx
Yes.
situation.
Mott Haven. And you know, you might see me in a cab too, by the way.
Okay.
Fine. Well, if you want to come to New Jersey, you have my phone number. Anyway, you can hear in NY/NJ. Okay, today's Friday, right? So that's it. Have a nice weekend. But guess what's coming up on Monday?
Oh.
Natasha from The Golden Bachelor.
I love
There's
it.
a Ryan Vasquez. He's in that huge hit on Broadway, The Notebook.
Notebook, never heard of it. Pasta and sauce combos and a quick sourdough bread recipe. Bobby, I hope you're going to be paying attention.
These are all
that and so much
delicious
more.
things.
Have a wonderful weekend. Peaceful Good Friday. Let's go Mets. Have a fantastic weekend.